Hello, everybody. So, today we are going to talk about shooting star. Like, this thing is always there in the news whenever you try to look some sort of knowledge you want to gain about the market. You will always come across this shooting star, and this works. There's no doubt about this. However, we are going to learn that this is not something that you can entirely depend on, but this can work as an add-on to whatever existing system that you may develop or may be developing in near future. So first of all, we need to understand what a shooting star is. Basically, if you want to have a plain idea about it, first, the market, as you know, the market never goes like this right away. It never goes down. It kind of moves in the waves. Okay, it's like this. So a shooting star is when you first there is a move that is going upward. Okay, this move you see right here, and then there is this specific candle where it has like a huge upward movement, but it couldn't sustain it. So the price was then forced back down. And from that area, what shooting star does, it gives away an information that price is not being able to stabilize. And then there is a force, there is a rush of beers, and normally the price will go down, as you can see in this. Another example, and I will get to it, like how you can actually integrate it in your system. So this is another example. Again, you see that the market, first of all, it went up, and then there is this the higher wig, a smaller body, and well, you may have tail or may not have tail, that doesn't matter, but it has to be something that stands out. You look at it and you know, okay, there is something, and then it usually goes down. So just to get a little bit more about the basic about of this shooting star, is also sometime known as inverted hammer, because there is another candlestick pattern. If you like totally inverse this, then that is a bullish reversal signal, but we'll talk about that some other day. Today what we need to know is that this is the extended wick, and this is pretty long. This is not a normal thing you would see every day or in every candle. This is huge up. What does this mean? And then you have this smaller booty, and then it opened here and it closed here like very nearby, but meanwhile went this up. So what does this mean? This means that when in the beginning this opened from this place, there was definitely buyers and they were buying. The price was going up, and it did to a huge extent. If you think about this, this would have been an amazing big solid candle if the price had sustained. Think about it. This is what this would look like if the price has sustained, and that's solid candle. But it didn't sustain. What does that mean? That means that when it reached this area, there were a lot of people, there were a lot of orders. And by orders, I mean there are people who are selling it, who believe that, okay, you cannot go further away, something is wrong. They have XYZ information and they started selling. So the price could not sustain at the top and it came down. And by the time it closed, it had a very little movement while showing pressure from the top. And when you have pressure from the top, what does that mean? That means that thing is probably going to go down. But this is not the only thing that you should depend on, because it is gonna work more times, but it's gonna fail a lot of time too. So this is not something that you actually like take it for granted. Okay, this is how it's gonna be. No, this is something that you add up to your already existing plan or whatever the plan that you may create in future, and you take this as a point of consideration. Okay, think about this in IDC. Um, okay, you can look at this. The price went up, and then you see there is a spinning top, or uh, basically a shooting star, and then the price has come down. Fine, understandable. It worked this time again. Then you see this, that in this time it has gone up to this level, and you see again there is a shooting star, and from that the price has fallen incredibly. So When you look at this example, it looks pretty good. Okay, I have cracked it. But no, you have not cracked it, because these are the selected examples when it has worked, and there are other selected examples where it didn't work. And now I'm going to try and find somewhere where it doesn't work. Okay, so we are into reliance now, and you can find thousands of these examples everywhere, because this is literally what the market does: up down all day. This is what it does. Okay, so we're gonna find, and we have found one. Look at this. When market went up, there was nothing what we are looking for. Okay, and this is where the market has gone up, and right here, what do you see? You see another shooting star. Okay, this green one I'm talking about. So because when this is happening, you do not know what is going to happen. Like, the only information that you have is till this. And if you look at this looks pretty good. Okay, we have checked it, this is going to happen. No, this is not where you enter, because what happened next is that it actually went up instead of going down, and that would, you know, lead to some sort of losses, but we don't want that. So what I was trying to say, that you cannot depend on this, is because of this has more chances of working out than chances of not working out. But this is not a foolproof plan. So how do you use it as an add-on? Like, think about it. You have this place specifically that looks like a pretty good resistance in the spot zone to me, and should probably look to you too, because these are zones we're talking about. These are not one specific line. We will learn about spot resistance soon, don't worry about that. Okay, I accidentally clicked on something. Okay, hold on. Okay, so as I was saying, this went up and this went up. You see this area is an area where there is some sort of support and resistance occurring, and then you see this. So what you need to do is that you have to wait. What would you do now? You saw a specific candle shooting star that works. It means that it's going to go down, but you also have to keep in mind, look at this, you cannot just basically depend on one thing. You have to be like open minded here, and you can add on one thing and another thing to become the best. This is what you have to do here. So when you look at this, in normally circumstances, you would take the trade hoping that the market will go down, but it did not. It goes up. But now when you can see that this is on a spurt, so even though it is showing that, okay, there is pressure from above, which also means that this area, the area called spot, this is where the price, this is where usually the buyers are. So what you would do, you have two options now. The option one is that you're gonna have to wait. Okay, you're gonna wait. That is, the patience is the key here. You're gonna wait for it to do something or give you a solid idea of what is gonna happen. So when you give it some time, it goes up and it goes down. Take the support and then it goes up, so you get an idea. Okay, this is on the spurt, so what I'm going to do, you have to be flexible and you go with the up trade. Or option two is that you altogether abandon the trade. You look at this, okay, this could work, but it's on a spurt, so I'm going to abandon it. And that's fine, because always missed money, the money that you couldn't make, is always better than lost money, the money that you had but lost to the market. So I hope you get an idea, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.